I want to tap into women's health and hormones because primarily my clientele is working with women and helping in the nutrition and nutrition programming. So, the biggest struggle with my clients is that it's a weight loss and hormones and they hit plateaus. And that's always discouraging when you're hitting a plateau. Um, Especially if you're in your 40s, your metabolic rate starts to decrease and hormone changes. And if you're listening to this video, you may relate to it. I'm in my 40s and I definitely relate to it. And I keep myself in a very healthy space, but it's still a struggle at times. So I want to tap into troubleshooting to help you get over that plateau or that hurdle that you may be having, because it can be extremely frustrating when you're not seeing changes on your body or even in your mind, because there's it can be discouraging, or you can have brain fog, so many different elements to it. So the first thing that I want to tap into is check your carbs. And I know that's, everyone hears that, but really check your carbs. You want to check your net carbs, track them. And everyone has their own sweet spot. So what mine might be is going to be different than yours. So finding your sweet spot for your carbs. So wherever you're at and tracking your day, or take a 3-day average, then go ahead and reduce that by 20 grams. And that's generally what I do with my clients, is we'll track and then we'll reduce. And if we aren't getting success with that within a week or so of something shifting, then we take it down a little bit more. And there's nothing wrong with doing it, it's just monitoring things. You don't want to go too fast because you'll see a drastic change in your brain function. So 20 grams at a time is your best bet. The next thing is resistance training. And I'm a huge advocate for this, for being a fitness competitor for 15 years and nationally ranked numerous times, and working with women on the benefits and proper form and technique and feeling empowered through weight training. I'm such an advocate. This speeds up your metabolic rate. So getting in and doing the resistance training, especially with the hormone changes in your 40s and the osteoporosis as your estrogen level drops. So we want to get in there and strengthen the bones. And the only way to do that is through weight bearing. So then the next thing is a food scale. And I know this is kind of going back old school. I teach some clients how to be intuitive with food, and other clients how to really monitor food. Once you've learned how to monitor food, then you can shift into an intuitive sense. And if clients have been so restrictive on food scaling, where they've gone the other way, then we really want to focus on taking them into the intuitiveness. There's some people that don't have that intuitiveness, and they've never weighed food before, so they have no idea. They're just on autopilot. So start with weighing your food and tracking it. You can use an app. MyFitnessPal app or something similar. You can do that because it's good to have that baseline and understanding. When you don't have that, you have no idea where you are. Then supporting the mitochondria. And if you're not familiar with the mitochondria is basically a fire within your body. And it goes off the liver enzymes. That's what gets your fire, your heat going in the body to burn energy and break down carbohydrates and insulin, all of that. So your mitochondria supports. L-carnitine is really good first thing in the morning, fast it. Taking that, so it taps into your triglycerides and it helps get everything function so that your mitochondria can help break down fatty acids. And then the next thing is Cryotherapy. So cryotherapy is like a cold plunge. You can do a cold shower, cold plunge, any one of those things that helps the mitochondria kind of give it a revitalized energy. And the cold plunges are very popular now. There's a place that I know in Sacramento that is Asha, which I loved and go to and had a membership to. They have a cold plunge, or if you don't have that as an option, you can do a cold shower. Then the next thing is looking into bioidenticals. And I know there's a big, some people are very hesitant because of hormone therapy. Hormone therapy can be safe if you're using synthetics, being monitored by a hormone therapy doctor. And bioidenticals is a natural hormone form that I could work with you on bioidenticals. I'm coached and certified and gone through courses to do it, and it's all natural. So those are natural herbs. It's DIM. I use DIM all the time with my clients that help balance out the hormones so that you are able to get your mitochondria going, get your insulin resistance, get all of that back in balance so that you are working through your plateaus, which is so common for women, especially in their 40s. When you're starting to hit perimenopause or going through menopause, it could be discouraging. So hang in there. There's ways to break past this. You just got to put in the work. And the next thing everyone hates to hear, but I say this to my clients all the time, and I tell them when they come to work with me, is you have to remove alcohol. And here's why. We need the detoxification of the liver. And if your liver is not able to detox, you're not going to get your mitochondria going, and you're not going to be able to tap into any fatty acids or triglycerides, and get into that fat burning zone. So you have to remove alcohol. Do a period of time. So if you really want things to rev up and start going and give your body a reset, I'd say a minimum of 8 weeks, ideally 12 weeks. And then once you go back, making an active choice of cutting back and limiting your alcohol intake. One thing that I did is I cut alcohol out several years ago to really bring my spiritual health and my physical health at its optimum. And it's been able to help me balance my hormones more, and just overall just feel happier and healthier. So I encourage you to cut out alcohol. So then foods I'm gonna leave with you to kind of add into your diet if you're not already doing it, but extra virgin olive oil is great, or going in and doing ghee. Another thing is MCT oil. And MCT oil in the morning in your coffee, around 40 grams per day. So it can really tap in and help with the mitochondria support. You need to balance your omegas in order to get that hormonal support. So we want to tap into things like your DHA, your alpha linoleic acid, your alpha lipic acid, all of your fatty acids that help balance out your endocrine system. So those are things to look into. Another thing is spirulina. And if you've worked with me or you've read my blog post or nutrition posts before, spirulina. So adding that into your smoothie in the morning, you can get the spirulina crunchies. It's so yummy. Or you can do it in a powder form. And staying hydrated. Make sure you're getting plenty of water, and then your greens and your vegetables. Make that your primary focus in your nutrition so that you are detoxing the liver through the greens. And you want that liver function, like I said before, is the main focus. And then the next thing is intermittent fasting. And intermittent fasting, I'm gonna give you there's nothing wrong with doing a day fasting, a couple day fasting. If you're doing juice, I advise to be monitored if you've never done it before, so someone can guide you through it. Or going into an intermittent fasting split, and everyone's so different on that. So I always, intermittent fasting can be that you're eating at 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. and then you're cutting your food off at 7 p.m. and you're not eating past 7 p.m. And I advise that with every female is don't eat past 7 p.m. Ideally, if you could eat at 6:30 and then call it quits after that, have some tea in the evening, then that's your best bet. In the morning, when you wake up, not having any food for a period of time so your liver has the chance to detox in that space, and adding in exercise first thing in the morning so that your metabolism is revving up. So those are my keys to you to boosting your metabolism, and I'm pretty sure many of you have heard these before. If you're looking to balance your hormones, focus on the endocrine health, I do have an endocrine health program and nutrition counseling. So reach out to me. I am taking clients at the time. And if summer isn't a good time, I completely understand. You want to make space and be fully dedicated, then reach out to me in the early fall, or you can reach out to me now and book for the early fall. So more questions, email me and I'd be happy to get back to you.